Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I have no shit.
Welcome back for another episode of TDG. I'm Sean.
And I'm King.
And today we are bringing an update actually to the last video we put out about the baby mother that has 4 kids, and she didn't want the husband. She didn't want the boyfriend to give his son food because he's supposed to bring food for all her kids, even though all her kids aren't all his kids. So we actually did a little bit of digging, and it seems like it might be a setup, might be fake. Well, King did the digging.
Yep. I did some digging. And for what I found, and I even called it during the original video that we did, I said, hey, this might be, satire. I didn't use the word satire then, but I was like, hey, I'm not sure how authentic this video is. And it's my belief that even if it's not authentic and it's a little bit more satire, it definitely got people talking. All right.
For sure. Yeah. So do you want to go into why you thought it was fake real quick before we get into the videos?
Yeah. So some quick points. All right. Initially, as I was thinking about this, if you're looking at trying to expose somebody, all right, the video that everybody was going off of had a lot of captions on it. And I asked myself, like, who in their right mind, if they're trying to record themselves, quote unquote, exposing somebody, takes the time to ensure that there's captions that get put up as well. So I went to go try to find the source video. And upon finding the source video, there were captions on that as well. So that indicated to me of somebody that took some time to edit stuff, as well as the person that put the video out there in their bio talks about the type of videos that they do and that they're a content creator. It's not apparent that it's satire because she has a TikTok, Instagram, and a YouTube channel. But if you look at the type of content that she puts up,
it's all the same type.
It's all the same type of stuff. So this is a person that, is a content creator, but it doesn't come off in the delivery, right. Even when you're looking at all of her past stuff, that it's like satire.
Right. So we're not going to give out any of her handles. I mean, you might see them in the videos. I forget if they're there or not. Cause we're not trying to give any clout to her, because it seems like if it was faked, it's attempt for clout, and that's not what we're here for.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I think we might have a fake on our hands based off what we found. So before ado is in any way furthered, we're going to jump on into it.
Okay.
But what about my other kids? How come you can't see my other kids at McDonald's though? Like,
so this is just a recap of the original video.
You're not going to sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? So what up? It's Lisa, the angry baby mama everybody's been going around talking about, mad about all her fucking kids not getting on McDonald's.
That's the same background.
So same voice. When I saw it, I wasn't really shocked she had a bonnet on now. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. At least, she's not outside in her bonnet. Yeah.
So same voice, same background. All right. And then if you look, you say we'll go, but the TikTok handle is right there on the video. Yeah. I'm going to highlight that.
Okay.
That's what caused me to start sleuthing.
And I did notice by looking at her, she's fully made up, at least from the neck up. She has her eyelashes on, her fake eyelashes, and she has braces.
Hey.
So she probably has health care of some sort, whether it's government issued or she's paying for the actual job. I don't know. But braces ain't cheap. Anything else you noticed about this? Do you want to?
Nah, I'm just curious with people that wear those kind of eyelashes, if you bat them, like how high can you fly? I want to know. Is that a superpower?
Yeah, and her nails are done. Oh, speaking of eyelashes, so I was getting on the metro yesterday after I left work, right? And there was this girl, probably a good 30 to 40 feet away from me. And I'm just looking at her real quick. And the thing that's standing out the most about her eyelashes. I'm not joking. Her eyelashes were touching her eyebrows.
Why?
They were that big.
Like, what? Hey, ladies that do this, I would love an explanation. Like, what is the attraction? Men
We don't like it.
don't give a damn about those eyelashes. We actually don't care.
Actually, we dislike them. The bigger
Yep.
they are, the more we dislike them.
So who are they doing it for, Sean?
Themselves and other girls. That's my guess.
I don't even think it's really for themselves. I think it's for other women. Because men don't care. We don't.
Yeah, but let's keep going.
Don't talk about how I look right now, but yeah, so basically, if this video makes its rounds, I'll let y'all know what's up.
So this video right here, so I put it in. This is from her.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Yeah, it's from her TikTok. So here's why I'm still on the fence about it. Things kind of do add up here because, all right, so they said they had 4 kids. There's 5 in here. I'm thinking maybe one of them might be her sister. But there's the youngest who's a boy because the rest are all girls. Well, no, sorry. The youngest looks like to be a girl unless she's a cousin or a younger sister or something like that. But I think the rest are girls.
Okay.
So part of it is adding up, but I don't know. This is a quick video. There's no sound because I had to cut it out for copyright reasons.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
but you see the kind of dwellings they live in just from the kitchen view. I mean, the blinds are jacked up. Yeah.
I bet that the fire alarm's going off because ain't no battery been changed in 10 years.
There was a video I was going to add in that she did with some other dude who apparently is not her baby father, but she does like fake videos with.
Yes.
And the smoke detector did go off. So I was like, that's the single woman, the tell, you know? So that's how you know. And that's not, actually, even though that's funny, that kind of solidifies it more based off what Kevin Samuels would say about a single woman. You know how she's single because you hear the smoke detector going in the back of the, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So obviously she's living alone, smoke detector's going off, and yeah, because if a man was living there, he would have fixed that. We would have gotten our nerves.
Oh, man. I only said it as a joke, but to even know that she did content that has it going off makes that even more funnier to me.
Yeah. So let's keep it moving.
Okay.
So that was another clip. That's just, like I said, just to illustrate that the numbers seem to add up.
Okay.
Moving on to the second clip. This is from her TikTok. It's an explanation.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
So so from that video, you can see her hair's done. That's not all her hair. You already know that. Nails, eyelashes, of course, and she's sitting in the car. So what was stopping her from getting food from her kids herself?
Mm-hmm.
If she has money for all those luxuries, basically, why can't she feed her kids?
That is a fantastic point. Now, that's also operating on the point that the video is true.
Right.
I'm still standing on the hill that it's satire. It's just not apparent that it's satire based off of the fact that I went and watched some of her other stuff on TikTok and YouTube, and the actual person doesn't talk like that. Like, because she used to do vlogs and stuff in the past.
Right.
Her numbers aren't a lot, right? Mm-hmm. A couple of hundred views for videos that are like, 2 years old, 3 years old. I mean, her stuff recent because people like me went to go find her and, tried to see how authentic this person was. But if you looked at a lot of her stuff where she's just doing vlogs, she doesn't talk like that. That type of person that was speaking right there is a personality. And I think she's leaning into that hood Leisha personality of, I got my kids and this dude's father should be providing for all my kids, not just the one young kid, and he still want to come over and get some so he could do that, and I'm gonna let him do that, and he needs to be providing for all my kids, not just his. I think she's playing into that in a satire form and is not letting on that it's an act.
I think that's actually her, in my opinion, because I've known women to be like that. They got their public face and they got that private face. Okay. And the private face is when they're ready to act out and give you the business, I mean, there was someone we both know that I'll just say was around these parts.
Okay, I'm with you.
Who could exhibit the same way.
I'm with you.
So I'm not shocked. I mean, it looks, par for the course. But yeah, I mean, like she's doubling down. You thought she was going to, apologize. He said what you said, I think, when I first told you about there was a reaction out. And, there's no apology. She's doubling down on what she's saying. And I think it is real. So it's just, it's hard to grasp if it is for clout. Why put yourself out there like that when you have your whole family on your TikTok and you're acting like this? You're supposed to be setting an example. Now, if you're going, well, we live in 2022 when no one has any shame. Never mind.
All right, so let me ask you this then. Why pixelate the guy's face if she was trying to expose him, but she's cool and comfortable with having her kids on her TikTok? If you're truly trying to expose somebody, you want to put them out there.
Well, I think she pixelated his face because he really wasn't in on it. Because there's another guy on her TikTok that plays the part of her baby daddy whose face isn't pixelated. So I don't know. There's another inconsistency there.
True.
Yeah. So we got 2 more videos real quick. They are of another TikToker. This is just for point's sake, just to make some points here.
And I have not seen these videos.
Hey, TikTok. So I just want to get into this real quick. I want to say y'all need to stop treating these beta men like they ain't nothing. Let me tell you, I just had a conversation with a friend, and she told me, Sky, I just feel like my man ain't nothing but a wimp. And I said, well, why is he a wimp, sir? And he says, because I can literally wake up in the morning and tell him to do this and do that, and he just gonna do it. If I want to go cheat on him, he ain't gonna leave. If I want to fight on him, he ain't gonna fight back. It's like, I just really, really wish he would stand up for himself and show me that he a real man. So then I just had to get her together because I never did. And I said, well, let me look around here. I ain't got no man. Okay? As a matter of fact, what you explaining to me, sister, is mental health issues. Let me tell you what you just told me. You just told me that the man is not a man because he won't hit you back. So that means he won't beat you. That means that he allows you to cheat. That means that he has emotional intelligence. Maybe he's having patience with your crazy ass. And not only that, you're just getting mad at all the things that you're intentionally doing to him. And because he's not intentionally fighting back, you think that he's less of a man. No, bitch, you the one. You the problem. You the real problem. A lot of y'all the problem. Let's go to part 2. Let's go to part 2. Mm-hmm. Hey, TikTok. So I just want to get into this real quick. I want to say y'all need to stop treating these beta men.
So the reason why I put that on there is because a lot of women... They say they want an alpha male, they want a bad guy or a bad boy. And basically what I hear when they say that is they want someone who's going to put up with their dysfunctionalness.
Yes.
And they're not happy unless they're poking and prodding you. You know what happens when you poke and you prod a bear? It's going to attack. Uh-huh. And for some reason they think that that's attractive. I don't get why that's attractive. When you can have a guy who's on his grind, who's making his money, he's on his purpose, and he's bringing in resources, and he's happy about keeping things cool and calm and collected and peaceful. But you want things to not be peaceful. You want to go hit a beehive with a stick.
He's boring. He doesn't fight back. He doesn't excite me.
Right. Yeah.
Oh. I got called boring by somebody.
Yeah. I was called too nice one time. And quick story, like this girl, she called me too nice, is because I took her to Wendy's. So I was hungry. I was like, hey, you want something to eat? She was like, sure. I was like, let's go to Wendy's. So took her to Wendy's and I paid for her for Wendy's. I mean, that's a high ticket item. Everyone knows that. At the end of the night, she was like, yeah, I'm not really interested because you're just too nice. I was like, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, that's supposed to, deck you? Is that what you wanted? And when I see things like this years later, because this happened like 20 plus years ago. When I see things like this years later, I'm like, it all makes sense. People ask me why I do this kind of content, and I'm not bitter. It's because I thought these things growing up, and then it comes to fruition. Actually, it's not even comes to fruition. It shows itself, you know. And now it's true. And I'm like, why are so many women so dysfunctional? Why do they like dysfunction? Why is that attracted to them? You know, I'll never get it.
Me neither. I will never understand it. I value peace, quiet, and freedom. Even if you take away the quiet and freedom, peace. So if you want to go out here and do things just to get a reaction out of me, it's called crap test. Now you substitute the word crap for something else.
Yeah, ish test.
A ish test, and just to see what type of reaction or alphaism that you're gonna get out of me to determine my value as a male or as a partner, then you're the one that has issues, not that guy. Jesus, man. This topic in itself really gets me going.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know what they say about you gotta watch out for the quiet ones? I'm one of the quiet ones, because when I explode, when you get me to explode, 'cause it takes me not to get there, I'm like a nuke, basically, you know?
Yep.
You know?
And then it's almost like you have to be an asshole
Right.
to get people, or the type of woman that would say that. You have to be an asshole to them just to keep them in line.
Right.
And look, by me in my way, I'm not an asshole. People that know me would not call me an asshole. Although, I wish I had the conversations with somebody that I disagreed with, that in the end was like, you're such an asshole. I can't believe that, we've been friends for this long and all this and that. Only because I disagreed with her and called her out on her bullshit. But I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful with it.
Right.
I considered myself trying to be honest with this person, and because I didn't lay down and roll over, she tried to call me an asshole and then expect me to apologize after the fact, because she's like, I can't believe I lost a person that I used to do this and that with. And I'm like, not because of me.
Yeah. You held their feet to the accountability fire and they burned. So it's not even on you.
Yep.
So we're gonna go into the second video here.
Real quick, I like this lady's thought on what she decided to highlight. I'm curious about her other content that she talks about as well.
I don't know. She's got a lot too. I think she's just another chick who's looking for attention, because she's a lot of videos out there. Apparently, she's a doctor. I don't know a doctor of what. And she said she doesn't have a man, and she's in a motel at the time of this filming, whatever it was. Nothing wrong with motels, but if you're a doctor, I don't know why you're in a motel for. So I don't know what kind of doctor she is.
You know what? People are going to highlight the fact that I just said this chick.
Probably.
Watch and see. Matter of fact, I know somebody that I'm going to send this to that's going to be like, that person's a doctor. You said this chick. It's not invalidating that person's accomplishments whatsoever. And you know who I'm talking to.
Yep.
Anyway,
I got a friend who watches this show every now and again, because she always says like, "Hey, I saw your new episode." And I'm gonna talk about her for a second, just real quick. Ooh. She got mad at me one time because we were having a conversation. I forget about what, but I referred to I referred to women as females, and she thought that to be derogatory. Now, friend, if you're watching, I'm making fun, so chill out. But I told her, I was like, because sometimes I have a tough time saying a word with a W in the beginning of it. So if you ask me to say Wonder Woman, I can say it because I pause and I say it. But in conversation, it will not come out like that. So if I say woman in conversation, it doesn't come out like woman. I'll drop the W usually, and it just sounds weird. So I was trying to tell her, like, look, I say certain things because it's easier for me to say them, but I don't think any guy goes around just saying, what can I say to piss off women today?
Bingo. Yes. Thank you.
So that's a small story.
But if you ask certain people, they think that certain people operate that way. And I'm just like, no. Say Whiskey Willow. I'm just playing.
I hate you. Let's get into the second one.
Let's really get into it. See, in 2014, I was dating this guy that I would consider the beta male, but now that I'm 34 and still wishing I had him, I know that he was a great Sigma male. He went to work every day. He did everything for me. He could take my narcissism. He could take my bad behavior. He could take me trying to cheat on him and always getting the fuck caught and didn't walk off and slime my ass out. But one thing about him, let me tell you something about men like that. See, when you in your mid-20s, or you her age, because she's in her late 20s, because I'm only 34, you get things misconstrued. And when I say things misconstrued, When a woman starts trying to provoke a man that she feels like is not strong enough to be with her, you got mental health issues. Yeah, you got mental health issues. Because let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking back on that guy that was really good to me, and I used to say the same thing about him that you saying, but I was in my mid-20s, so I didn't know no better. Sometimes I go to his Instagram, and it's private because he got a smart woman. And I look at him, their 2 children together. She's his fiance. Now they have a home. He's helping her raise her kids. He has a great job. She has a job. And I'm sitting in an extended stay, fighting to get my daughter back. Wishing that I had him, but now that I'm...
So see, she just told you that we just said. Why you women waste your time doing ish tests? The women who don't do that and who are, you know, they have a purpose in mind, they want and a goal in mind, they go after the men that they want, and then you're stuck in an extended stay, looking at the woman who took the man you was with, living a happy life, you know, in their house, and you're in an extended stay fighting for your daughter. And like I said, you're a doctor, so I don't get. If you're a doctor, you should have a couple dollars in your pocket and in your bank account, you know. So unless he's like, you know, a mega doctor, you know, he's got like an M on his chest, or mega doctor.
We'll go with that.
That's what it stands for, isn't it? Unless he's a mega doctor, then like, I don't get why you're fighting for your kids unless you were really effing up.
Hey man, I'm glad you showed me her.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go back and go over some of her content. I did not expect that to turn the way that it did. Yeah. Nice setup, bro. Thank you. Nice setup. She was in her 20s. Mm-hmm. She wanted to, you know, have her fun, you know, and then in her 30s, it then turns to the I'm not here for games.
Yeah.
We see it way too often. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's especially if you're using dating apps. Mm-hmm. That is not here for games, because they ain't gonna say tricked off, because that's not the right word. But kind of, you know, wanted to have their fun in their 30s, and now that, now that things are changing, okay, and you can't quite necessarily command the same attention that you did in your 20s. Now it's, I want to find a good man and settle down with. No, that same good man that was in his 20s that was willing to, you know, work with you and build with you, you wanted to, you know, he wasn't exciting because he was, you know, trying to figure out his purpose again. It's right. Most men in their 20s aren't quite there.
Right.
Okay. They're building, they're still trying to understand who they are themselves. But if you're wanting a commitment from somebody and that same man gives you his commitment, and you want to call him boring because, he doesn't excite me, or, you know, he may not be blowing my back out right, then it's like,
clapping them cheeks.
What more did you want to expect from him? That same person, more than likely, when they get to their mid-30s, especially when they hit 40, are going to be in their stride and can, you know, give you the world if he wanted to.
Yep.
But now you got to ask yourself what you're coming with to that same guy that has his ish together. Well, let's say even they don't have all of his ish together. Let's say he has about 90% of his ish together.
You like that word, don't you?
What are you coming with, you know, besides maybe, you know, somebody else's kids that he's going to have to be responsible for?
Right.
So, and oh, well, King, how about the guys that they have kids and whatnot? Let's just take a look around. If you're an independent person that's taking care of your own, and I said that very specifically, then it's not like you're not asking somebody to come in and take care of, you know, yours as well as his.
Right.
But let's be honest, how often do you see that out there? I think that there's more people doing that now than there was, say, maybe 10 years ago, but it's asking a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you could have had that same person in the 20s and built with that guy.
That's why I'm about to get back into that in a second. So, public announcement for the ladies. When you see a guy in his 20s who might be a boring guy or a nice guy, but he's doing things, trust me. Trust me and King. Trust all the guys that are like us that are telling you this now. Get with him. Not because he's doing well. Get with him because you like him. Because if you go for a guy when you're 30 and you might have a few kids in tow, or even just one kid in tow, and now that guy or a guy similar to him who's in his 30s or 40s, who has it together, who has his money, he's not going to appreciate you because you're coming at the end of the race to then be with him. He wants you to run the race with him as his partner. He wants you to be on the sidelines to hand him water. Because smart guys like that, we see you. We see what y'all are doing.
And they'll recognize that and value and respect that.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to build somebody. Don't come at the end and just want to be, part of the winning team,
Show up at the race at the end with the makeup on, all the baggage, talking about some, hey, here I am. I see what you got going on.
Yep.
Pick me. Hell no.
There is a children's book that I love. It's probably my favorite book ever.
You talked about this.
I have not. Keep on Will. It is called The Little Red Hen. Check it out. Quick synopsis. It's about a barn hen, and for whatever reason, they can bake stuff. So she's gonna bake bake a loaf of bread, whatever. And she goes to each one of the barn animals and asks for help. And they all have a reason why they can't help her. So at the end of the story, she just does everything herself. She bakes the bread, and then everyone comes and says, hey, can I get some bread? And she's like, nah, F off. Now, it's a children's story, doesn't quite go with those words, but you get the gist. Read it, great story. I love it. Stuck with me for my whole life, always will.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So you got anything else, King?
No, man. Let's see what impact this has. Let's see what feedback we're going to get. And hey, look, for y'all Ninja watchers that watch it but don't publicly comment. We like the feedback, okay? I've had some engaging conversations with people that have watched our content, and they'll choose to text me or call me about it in private,
You know what's funny?
Put comments on there.
I sent the video we did about this, the previous video about this, to my dad. And he was like, yeah, I already saw that video, but I didn't think to send it to you. I didn't think you wouldn't want to, you didn't care. I'm just like...
Shout out to Pops Good, man. He gave me some awesome advice the other day, and I appreciate you.
All right, well, that's all we got for you guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.
All right.
Peace.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't has no chill. I'm who I are, I'm who I is. Taylor Susan, I play the part. Funkify, how you mesmerize. Black Austin pies, man, that I'm stupid. Then again, oh so clever. On my loony, pour that lever. Talk my shit, I'm talking hella flow, baby. You